Oh my god!
Samantha and Chrissy. Hi, Samantha. How have you been? Oh, hey, Chrissy. I'm good. What's up? So, as you know, yesterday I met Matt for dinner. Yep, I hope it went well. It did. Thanks. So, anyway, Matt was telling me about some of the baby names that you guys were considering. Not considering it anymore, since we know it's going to be a boy and I'm due in a few weeks. We've decided to go with Atlas. Isn't it a wonderful name? Yes, it really is. I love it. So glad to know that. Thanks, Chrissy. To be honest, I love it too much. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means. Look, both of us know that Atlas is a really great name. Between you and me, Todd and I have been considering starting a family. Okay, I don't understand what any of that has to do with me or my son's name, but congratulations to you. No, it does. I want you to change the name you picked. What? Yes, I want you to pick another name. I really like Atlas, and I want to name my future son that. So I would really appreciate it if you could take that into consideration and pick another name. Dude, what? Are you serious right now? Yeah, obviously. Come on. It's not that big of a deal. You can just pick out another name. There are many others that you can choose from. So you can. Okay, but I really want to name my son Atlas. So let me get this straight. You want me to change the name I picked for my son who's due in a few weeks so that you can give it to your hypothetical future kids? Yeah, was I not clear enough? It's no big deal. It kind of is. Atlas is a beautiful name and it's important to me and my husband too. It's an homage to my great-grandmother and it's really important to me. So no, I'm sorry, but I won't be changing the name. What do you mean you won't be changing? I think it's pretty clear. I'm sorry, Chrissy, but what you're asking of me is pretty insane. You can find another name for your hypothetical future kids. I'm not choosing any other name for my son. Come on, Samantha. It's just a name. Don't be so selfish, please. If it's just a name, then you pick another one. Matt and I finalized this name weeks ago, and my baby is due in a few weeks. You can find another name whenever you get pregnant, but don't expect me to change Atlas's name. Wow, this is ridiculous. Why are you getting so possessive over a damn name? Just let me have it for my future kids. I don't understand the problem here at all. You're acting really weird. I'm acting weird? What the heck is wrong with you? You're the one asking a pregnant woman to change her son's name so that you can have it for your kids, even though you're nowhere close to having kids yet. Like, grow up, find another name and stop annoying me. Gosh, I don't even know where you got the audacity to think that I'd happily let you have this name. Leave me alone, please. You are so selfish, Samantha. It's just a name. Why are you acting crazy? It's like you can't let anything go. You're so damn annoying and self-centered. I don't know why my brother married you. Whatever. You can cry me a river, but please stay on the other side of it. Samantha and June. Samantha, what is wrong with you? Excuse me? What's all this about? You refusing to let Chrissy have the name. I expected you to be a bit more mature about this, honestly. What the heck are you talking about, June? Do you really think I should just give in to whatever ridiculous demands your daughter has? How is that ridiculous? You're the one being an immature brat right now. I mean, it's just a name. You don't have to make such a fuss over it, you know. That's what I keep telling her. What? That if it's just a name, then why can't she look for another? Now, don't be unreasonable. It's very obvious that she really likes the name. She's literally sobbing because of how selfish and mean you're being right now. I'm being selfish? Wow, what a brat. No offense, June, But your daughter isn't a 5-year-old. If she can't understand that she can't have a significant name that I've picked for my son, who's due in a few weeks, then it's really not my problem to deal with.
Look at how you're behaving. Is this the right way to be talking to your in-laws? I mean, this is just so disrespectful. You can't even treat your own mother-in-law with proper respect. I wonder how you're treating my little boy.
Your little boy is about to have his own little one, so I don't think he's a baby either. But your daughter surely is, and instead of explaining to her why she's wrong, you're actually not only entertaining but also encouraging this sort of behavior? That's just shocking.
She's not doing anything wrong. If she wants to name her son Atlas, she will. Who the heck gave you the right to stop her?
I didn't stop her. She's the one who told me to pick another name.
Well, why didn't you? It's not that big of a deal. You're just being selfish.
Wow, I can't believe we're having this conversation again. I mean, how many times do I need to repeat myself? I like the name. It's significant to my family history. And you know what else? I don't give a damn about whether that brat feels bad about it or not. I'm naming my son Atlas, and that's the end of this discussion.
I won't have it. You're not going to mess with my little girl, that's for sure. I'm going to talk to Matt and make sure that he shows you your place, so be prepared. That'll teach you a lesson for trying to upset my Chrissy.
Oh, please go on and be my guest. I can't wait to be shown my place and taught a lesson. Do you even hear yourself and how ridiculous you sound right now? This is not the 1950s. I'm an independent woman, and your son is not some stupid cowardly mama's boy. So please, don't give me these empty threats. Clearly, both you and your daughter have some serious introspection and growing up to do. So I'll leave you both to it now. Goodbye, June. Samantha and Matt. Hey, sweetie, we need to talk.
Hey, babe, everything okay? Is this regarding the baby?
Well, not directly, but yes, it's about the baby's name.
Atlas is a good name, honey. There's no need to have second thoughts about it.
Yeah, it's not about having second thoughts. It's about your mother and sister.
What? What did they do?
God, don't even get me started. They've both been driving me crazy since this morning. It's insane. They want me to pick another name because apparently Christy likes Atlas and wants to use that name.
What? Are you serious right now?
I wish I was joking, but no, that's literally what she asked me to do. And when I explained to her that I'm not going to change the name you and I picked out with so much love for her firstborn over her hypothetical future kids, she lost it and complained to your mother.
What the heck? What is she acting like a child for? This is literally crazy.
And that's not even the worst of it.
Oh man, please don't tell me there's more. I'm already knee-deep in shame and embarrassment. Don't tell me they did something even worse.
Your mother texted me to let me know how selfish I was being and how I was basically responsible for upsetting her little girl. I mean, come on, Matt. Chrissy is at least 26 and she does not qualify to be a little girl anymore as far as I'm concerned.
Man, what the heck has gotten into these two? I can't believe they actually think they have the right to boss you around like this. It's appalling. Please tell me you gave it back to them though, did you?
If I'm being totally honest, under usual circumstances, I probably wouldn't have. You know I'm super duper non-confrontational usually, but these pregnancy hormones have made me really short-tempered, so no, I didn't just sit back and let them steamroll me with their demands. I totally gave them a piece of my mind.
That's my girl. Don't you worry, sweetheart. I'll be giving them a piece of my mind pretty soon too. Like, what do they think of themselves? This sort of behavior is simply unacceptable. They're literally harassing a pregnant woman. It's shameful.
Honestly, Matt, I think I'd want to go no contact with them for a few weeks. At least until well after the baby is born. I know they'd probably want to come around for the birth, but I just don't think I can deal with the stress of their drama at this time. I'm mentally exhausted. Truth be told, this will probably make your mom really upset since it's her first grandchild, but I can't help it. I have to do what's best for me and the baby. I hope you understand, honey.
Totally, babe. You gotta do what you gotta do, and I personally agree with your decision as well. And you don't need to feel sorry for them. If they hadn't acted the way they did, then they'd be allowed to come around. Evidently, Mom doesn't consider her first grandchild to be such a big deal, or else she would have treated you better. Anyway, don't stress about it. I'll talk to them and let them know about your decision, okay? Get some rest, sweetie. I'll take care of it all.
Thank you, Matt. I know this can't be easy for you either. I love you so much.
Samantha and Chrissy, what the heck is the matter with you? Why are you acting so selfish and strange? Don't act surprised, Chrissy. You and your mother pretty much brought this onto yourselves. No, we didn't. You're the one who instigated Matt against us, and now he's acting just like you. This is all your fault.
No, it most certainly is not. Don't blame me for your own immaturity and selfishness. What did you think was going to happen when you kept bothering me over such a petty thing? You could have let it go and just picked a different name, but no, you chose to create drama.
When did I create drama? You're the drama queen here, Samantha. So let's not pretend otherwise.
Did you not go crying to your mother once you realized that you won't be getting your way here? What do you call that if not drama? Come on, Chrissy, grow the hell up. You're still creating unnecessary drama and just proving me right.
That's absolutely not true. You're such a liar. I only told Mom because I thought she could make you understand how much that name would mean to me, but clearly not. You just are that thick-headed and selfish, aren't you? This is why I never liked you, Samantha.
You seemed to like me a lot when you were constantly asking to borrow my clothes and my shoes and jewelry. So you admit that it was all fake flattery just to get access to my wardrobe, right? How typical. I should have known that.
Well, duh. Obviously. The only good thing about you was that you were the same size as me and had good taste in clothes. Why else would I ever put up with your atrocious personality? Get over yourself, Samantha. But now you're pregnant and you'll probably be fat for the rest of your life, so you're of no use to me.
Good to know that you're just as fake and superficial as I had expected you to be. The second I refuse to buckle down to your ridiculous demands, I become the bad guy. How convenient.
You are the bad guy, Samantha. You won't even let me have a name for my kid because you just have to have everything, don't you? You are so self-centered. You can barely see anything or anyone beyond yourself. I have no idea what Matt sees in you that he's willing to cut us off for your sake.
Matt is a much better man than you and your mother combined. I seriously don't know how he's even related to the two of you, and he's totally right about cutting the two of you off because both of you are toxic as hell.
Oh, really? I'm the one who's toxic? You're the one trying to provoke him against us. You're the one breaking up a family, and we're the toxic ones somehow. This is just plain ridiculous.
I'm not breaking up a family. I'd intended to go no contact temporarily until the baby was born, but now I don't think you guys deserve even that. You and your mother just don't deserve the benefit of the doubt in any way whatsoever.
Wow, look at the audacity you have talking back to me. I hope you're happy with the fact that you'll be keeping your mother-in-law away from her first grandchild. This is what you've wanted all along, isn't it? To break up our family? Wow, I'm not even surprised right now. After all, this is the best we can expect from someone like you with zero morals or values.
You can say whatever rubbish you want to about me. It won't make a difference. You already revealed what kind of a person you are, and it's not a very nice one. Not only are you bratty, selfish, and entitled, but also so fake. I'd like to keep this toxicity away from my son. So yes, you are not welcome around, my child.
As if I have any interest in you and your stupid baby anyway. Like I said, get over yourself, Samantha. The world doesn't revolve around you and your dumb kid, so just shut up. I hardly care. I don't even want to be involved in your stupid baby's life.
Wow, and I assume my dear mother-in-law shares those sentiments?
Obviously, I'm much more important to Mom than you and your dumb kid. It's Matt's loss that he's decided to choose you over his own family. But don't you worry, he'll come around soon enough when he realizes how selfish and ugly you are. Have fun raising Atlas on your own then, because I'll make sure you receive no help from my brother or my family.
Oh really? You think your brother would do that? You are so deluded that it's almost pathetic. I pity you and your mother, Chrissy. You guys are so self-absorbed that you just automatically assume the worst of people. Well, rest assured that you two won't have to bother yourself with being involved in my son's life or even your brother's life because we'll definitely be going no contact after this. I don't know why I ever thought that talking to you and explaining to you where you went wrong would help you realize stuff. Clearly, you're just way too deluded and dumb for that. Have a nice life. I'm sure you'll become a great mother with that attitude. Bye, Chrissy. I have no interest in speaking to you anymore now.
I know I'll be a better mother than you. Goodbye, Samantha.
Finally, after that very draining and toxic conversation, I completely broke down since the things that my awful sister-in-law had said were very pretty horrible. On top of that, my pregnancy was making me even more emotional than usual, so it was all pretty messy. Eventually, I got myself together, and by the time Matt came home, I was put together enough to tell him everything that had happened and to show him all the chats. While showing him the chats, I ended up crying again, and he was so furious that he was about to take me with him and let him hear it once and for all. But when I asked him not to bother, he seemed to calm down a bit. We decided to cut them off completely until they come to their senses and apologize for everything. For my own peace of mind, I had blocked June and Chrissy from everywhere anyway, and he did the same since he was way too upset with them to even talk to them. We thought that was bad, but the next day, I started receiving calls from our relatives asking if it was true that I had bullied Chrissy into giving up the name that she'd picked for her firstborn when she has a child, and verbally abused June when she tried to stop me. It was the lie that got to me again, since apparently that's the story they'd been spreading amongst our family to paint themselves as the picture of innocence and me as the bad guy. Apparently, they were ready to forgive me and Matt if we apologized. So I told Matt about what was happening and we decided to put out the real story on social media, complete with all the chats. They really should have thought their lie through beforehand because our relatives believed our version far more easily than theirs, since everyone knew that it was quite out of character for me to do something so mean. Matt also ensured that he lets June know that if there is any more attempts to defame or harass me, then they'll have a restraining order to deal with. That seemed to scare them away enough, and I was finally ready to move on from this whole chapter. A few weeks later, I gave birth to our son, and obviously named him Atlas. It's been a while since then, and we haven't heard from either June or Chrissy, but I can't say that I missed them too much. It's their own loss that they chose their own ego over Atlas. I can already tell he's gonna grow up to be a wonderful young man like his dad.